A message to white people.
Every time I think about what is going on in America, in the United States of America with Trump,
Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk Black. My name is Dev KE, and let's get right into it. So, we all know that the American system or the European system is built on the basis that it's supposed to favor the white folks. Some people call it white supremacy, and a lot of things are done in favor of the white community. So this has been going on despite some of these white folks knowing very well the repercussions of that. And as you can see, the case of the re-election of President Donald Trump, very many people knew very well his characters, what he had done in his first term, but still they went ahead to vote him in for the second time. Despite all that, they did that so that they could, protect their interest, and that they thought was going to be at the expense of the black community or the other communities that are living in the United States, like the Hispanics, the Black Americans, the Indians, and all that. But instead, currently we are seeing that the white system is collapsing, and it's imperative that these white folks wake up to this realization and try and make adjustments to this happening. So let's have a look at these few clips and then have a really quick discussion at the end of it all. Thank you so much.
So white people will never leave black people alone, and I'm gonna tell you why. White society's obsession with black people isn't new, it's centuries old. If you think about slavery, colonialism, and exploitation, from the start, white wealth in America was built off the backs of black bodies. Sugar, cotton, tobacco, rice. This wasn't just economics. It was a system where white people's very identity was shaped around controlling and owning and watching black bodies. But here's the wild contradiction in all of this, right? While trying to dehumanize us, white culture has always been obsessed with us, right? They copied our music, our style, our language, our food, even our rhythm, all while denying us basic rights. Think about jazz and rock and hip hop and fashion, all born out of black genius, only to be taken, watered down, and sold back to the world with a white face on it. So why can't they just stay away? Because in a system that is built both on exploitation and envy, distance is impossible. White supremacy depends on keeping black people in place, close enough to use, control, or imitate, but never free enough to threaten the hierarchy. It's a sick paradox, fear and fascination at the same damn time. On a psychological level, it's projection. White folks will project their guilt, their fear, and their insecurities onto blackness, and then turn around and crave the very life, culture, and resilience they tried to destroy. It's like they want the sauce, but not the struggle. Now, to be real, not every white person acts like this, but the system, the way whiteness has defined itself against blackness, makes it so this obsession keeps resurfacing. Whether it's over policing or culture appropriation or trying to legislate our lives, it always comes back to the old need to dominate mixed with a quiet desire to be what they can't.
I love that we're just going over my greatest hits now, because that's not what I said. I said that men in dresses and gay black men existing in film and TV is not white supremacy emasculating the black man. Gay black men just exist. And you guys were like, shut the fuck up. I also didn't discredit the sexual assaults that happened to black men during chattel slavery. I said that buck breaking, the idea that there was public ritual sodomy perpetuated by white slave owners onto black men in order to humiliate and emasculate them, never happened. We have slave narratives that go quite into detail about the kind of sexual horrors that our ancestors experienced, and that is nowhere in them. And you guys all looked at me and said, we love Tariq Nasheed, and the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. So both of these ideas tie back into the bigger conspiracy that Jews in Hollywood are making black men gay. And, if you want to hate me because I don't believe in that, go ahead.
Do white people ever get tired of other white people? And I'm being sincere. Do they ever get tired of the white people who find stuff to be outraged about? Now, I'm not talking about Karens. Karens are racist, and they're always going to complain about something, right? But do white people ever get tired of other white people? And I'm amazed for a country that has no health care, whose illiteracy is at hovering somewhere about 55%. And y'all out here defending billionaires in comment sections, and y'all out here voting for felons. And it's because white people don't like conflict. White people can't call out things directly. And if they do, and if it's God forbid it's a white woman, because all you're going to get is tears and no accountability, no addressing your point, no acknowledgement of what you said. And so do white people ever get tired of other white people? I see, it must be good to be white. And I mean that wholeheartedly. It must be real good to be white and just be a pure, whether you like it or not, you're a benefactor, a beneficiary of white supremacy. I seen a white person slacklining on hot air balloons, and I'm like, that's how you spend your time, man? You want to go up into the clouds and walk on a fine line? No parachute? It must be good to be white, bro. It must be good to be white to know that white people are voting against their own interests. They're voting against their own interests, and they do not care. They do not care to have the white supremacy, the white privilege to just know that, well, not for me, but for thee. You know what I mean? Don't oppress me, oppress them over there. We got illiteracy hovering around 55% in this country. We don't research, we do not care. And yet, People out here defending systems that are clearly failing, clearly racist, clearly not benefiting them. I don't understand. Do white people ever get tired of white people and their shenanigans, bro? Hey, I really want some white people to sound off in the comments, because I'm so like, black people are tired of white people, but we've just learned to like deal with white people like the chicken pox or like a cold or something. We just know that like, all right, we're gonna get sick once a year. You know what I mean? We gotta deal with them, minimal as possible, but we're gonna try everything in our power to stave them off. Do white people ever get tired of white people? Because I know we do. Just hearing the nonsense. White women crying on the internet. I can't believe there are consequences to my actions. I didn't vote against you. I voted for me. The audacity to have the naivety that some white people have. Do white people ever get tired of other white people? And the thing is, it's so easy to play on white people, and I don't ever infantilize white people's actions, because like, no one's stupid nowadays. We all got fucking computers in our hands. In our phones, you can look up anything, and you still chose not to. You chose not to because of what? Your heart? Your heart? You chose to vote for someone who said they were going to roll back protections, and you thought he'd be considerate of you? You went to rallies and paid money and funded that man's debauchery. And for what? And for what? For what, bro? Do white people ever get tired of white people, bro? Like, do y'all ever just be like, yo, man, I can't fuck with Chad or Brian with a Y or Connor, you know what I mean? Or so whatever other white people name or Ashley will spell Leigh, or Tiffany with an I, or whatever bullshit. Do y'all ever get tired of each other? Because we do, and we need y'all to stop it, because everything, whatever y'all get tired of and don't do nothing about, guess what? Black people have to deal with it the most. How can we have no health insurance? How can we have illiteracy hovering at 55%? How can we have most people at medical emergency away from being broke? How can we have all these and yet people still up here getting indignant voting for a felon, bro? Because of his economic plan? And they'll do anything to justify it. They out here rooting and cheering in the streets till the newspaper starts seeing what he doing. I didn't know. The road to fascism has been littered with law and order, I didn't know, and jokes. And sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, it's Democrats making the corniest of the jokes on this guy. What can we do? The Democrat Party doesn't have a backbone in it to fucking actually do some shit. It's like watching a team that could win and dominate, but choose not to, because it's like, it's not the way we do it here. We keep it a classy program. We are losing. We are losing. Please do something. But back to the first question. Do white people ever get tired? White people, have you ever seen another white person do something so white, you'd be like, shit, I'm not that. I ain't that white. I ain't talking about the toe shoes white. I'm not talking about Patagonias or North Faces white. I'm talking about white caucasity shit. Y'all get tired? Let me know.
All right. Thank you so much for watching up until the end. So if you're new here, thank you so much for clicking and coming across this channel. My name is Dev KE, and this is Real Talk Black, whereby we handle and talk about, have a real discussion on the issues that are affecting the Black community worldwide, and also share some thoughts and insights on the American history. So please take a minute to subscribe, like, and share so that I get motivated to continue producing more content like this. Also, if you're able to join the channel membership, there's a link there whereby you can join and really see what I'm able to offer you. So from that, from those few clips that we watched, it's very evident that these white folks are, are really obsessed with the Black people, and they won't leave us alone. As you can see, they copy our music, our fashion, and all that. That by itself can only show you how obsessed they want to be us, or are trying to be like the people of color. And that's just how they are not willing to let go of their white supremacy and include equality, stop racism, in as much as a few folks, a few colored people are coming out to condemn these injustices. There is still a majority of them that are not buying this idea. So it's imperative that we try and speak out as much as possible so that we can avoid this racism, segregation, and white supremacy. And as you can see, a lot of white folks are now projecting themselves out. They're trying to project their fear, their insecurity towards the black community. And that is why the white rage or the white fatigue is coming in. Currently, we have seen videos going online of the white fatigue and rage and all that. So that is just an example of projection of their fears and insecurities towards the black people, especially the black Americans who are the natives. They know really well and they are threatened by the black Americans because they are not subject to deportation laws or international laws, so they cannot take them anywhere because they are the indigenous people and they're citizens of the United States, unlike the African Americans and other communities. So that also explains why the black Americans are not given fair opportunity or are not treated as as the white folks because they are somehow afraid of them. So that is why the white supremacy is why most of these white folks have turned a blind eye to this white supremacy, and they do not want to accept that it's time now that the black folks are standing up, and they have to acknowledge their roles and what or whichever role they play in the society. The black folks contributed to the building of America, and the resources from Africa are being used to the development of these countries. Recently, we have seen Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso in West Africa. They have cut their ties completely with France. And if you are following keenly, you can already see that France is on the verge of collapsing. The government is in a total mess, and the country is currently ungovernable simply because they can no longer get their free resources that they used to get from West Africa to France, and also because of their racism. We understand that racism in France was on a high level, but some of these factors that are contributing to its collapse right now is because they can no longer access their the resources that they used to get from Africa, especially in the West Africa like Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. So that is some good movement by the governments there, by Captain Ibrahim Traore and the likes. So it's a wake-up call to countries like United States, UK, and Germany. Maybe they should learn from that and try and put things in order before it's too late. So thank you so much for watching up until the end. Please take a minute to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Tell me what you think down below. Share with me your thoughts, and I'll see you around.